have put a marker here after we have put two markers. One is here, one is here, right? So we face to the right side, and we count from the stitch with the marker. This is the first stitch. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count here the fifth stitch. Pick up the back loop only, and we pull the yarn over here. This is the first stitch we start. So first we make a chain. This doesn't count as any stitch. Then we, for my size, we do 90 brioche stitches. We do from the same stitch, make a brioche stitch. 1. Can weave in the yarn by put the yarn tail on the hook. Now I finished this row. Then we just make one chain, and this doesn't count as any stitch, and turn to make the row 2. So we just follow the pattern to finish the right front. Now I finished the right front. After we finished, the yarn is at this side, and then I just fixed it and cut the yarn. Then we go back to the back. We didn't cut the yarn of the back, so we still use this yarn to finish the back. Because here we already connected the left shoulder, and now we start to connect the neck. And before we start, you'd better to check the stitches between this stitch and this marker. It should be for my size, it should be 25 stitches. For other size, just check the pattern. And then we start. We start to make the back. Now for the last stitch. We need to pick up the last stitch and the next, the back loop only. We need to do these two together. So then here we we have one stitches less. So for mine here has 24 stitches. And the difference for the neck, between the neck and the shoulder is, for the shoulder, we just connect one row for one stitch, right? So each row we just connect, then we do a slip stitch, then go back. So each row for one stitch. And but for the neck, we do 4 rows for 3 stitches. So that's the difference. So then this is row, the first row. Then the second, I do not to use the next stitch. I just do 1 chain and then go back. This is the third row. So when this is the last stitch, we do a together. And for the fourth row, we just make a slip stitch with this, the next stitch. So here we will have 4 rows, but we only use the 3 stitches. So for the neck part, we keep this pattern. We just keep this pattern. That is 4 rows, use 3 stitch. And then we to finish the neck part. Now I finished the neck part of the back piece. After I finished this part, there are still 1 stitch left for the neck band. That is 1 stitch left. So then we start to connect the right shoulder. Connect this part. So we do from here 16 slip stitches, and then the brioche stitches. Now the last stitch. Yeah, I should put a marker here. Yeah, this last stitch we crochet together with, here has the last stitch, right? Like this. And then we found we meet the marker. We take off the marker. And here we have 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stitches. We just do the brioche stitch. Continue do 1, 2, 3. And when we do the last stitch, we need to connect with the here, this one, this last stitch. So we can just pick up this last stitch, and actually this is the first stitch of the right side of the front, the right front. So we just do this. So Then we will do this is the first row, and the first row for connecting the shoulder. Then we do the same as the left shoulder. We do a slip stitch in next stitch and turn. And we need to here, so we have 4 stitches more than last row. Then we just follow the pattern to finish the right shoulder connector. We need to do like this. Every time when we go here, the last stitch is crocheted with this stitch, the back loop only, and then do a slip stitch in the next stitch, then go back, something like this, and just follow the pattern. Now I finished the back piece, the right shoulder connection. So next, this is the right side, and next I need to connect with the right front. I need to connect this part of the right front. So this is the right side. We need to make the right side face to face, and we connect at the wrong side. And first, let's count. Here we have 16 stitches, right? And here we will count 38 stitches. Stitches. Same. This here, 16 and 38. Total we count 54 stitches. We put a mark here. Or we can put these 2 marks together. Take off this one. So this part we will sew together with the slip stitch. And now we can find that the yarn is on the bottom piece. So first, for this part sewing, we need to pick up the front of the top part, the front loop of top part, and the back loop of the bottom piece. So first we pull this here. Then the second one, we pick up the front loop of the top piece, and then we pick up the back loop of the bottom piece and make a slip stitch and yarn over 3 loops. This is next stitch, top loop and the back loop, the front loop, the front loop of the top piece and the back loop of the bottom piece, and pull through. And this is the even after the 16 of this slip stitch part, this part we also, it's the same. We pick up the front loop of the top piece and the back loop of the bottom piece. And sewing together. We should do this at the, here is the wrong side. So front loop of the top piece, back loop of this one. So we just sewing until this stitch. Okay, this is the last stitch. Okay, then we cut the yarn here. And then we go to the right side. Here is the right side. You can see the seam looks neat. And also, you can count the stitches between here and here is 22 stitches. Now we start from the right sleeve. We start the right sleeve in the first row. We start when we face to the right side. First stitch, we just pull the connected yarn at this stitch, and also we can do pick up these two together, and one chain. Then we start to make here. We make 12 brioche stitches. Here we make 20, not 12, it's 22. And then we make 62 for my size, 62 chains for the sleeve. After make 62 chains, then we start to follow the pattern. One chain, this doesn't count as any stitches. And then do 12 slip stitches. When you do the slip stitches, please do it as loose as possible. After this, then do the brioche stitch on the chain. When finished the brioche stitch on the chains, then keep going on for these 22 stitches. And please be careful when you do the last. This is the last stitch. When do the last stitch, you need to pick up the stitches here. The first stitch of this first stitch. Just do pick up the the front loop, and then do a slip stitch and go back. Now this is the last stitch for number, I think that is number 72. So from this row, we will have a special sewing with the slip stitches. So I will show you how to do it. So this is the last stitch, and we just do as usual. We pick up the last stitch together with one stitch of the back piece, and for the right sleeve we pick up the front loop, not the back loop, the front loop, because we actually for this direction we pick up this at the wrong side, so we pick up the front loop of the wrong side and do this. Okay, after this, here is the wrong side, so this is the right side. We just fold these two together. Okay, then we come do like this. This is the first stitch, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We just pick up the first stitch and make a slip stitch. 1, front loop, back loop, 2, front loop, back loop, 3, 4. And after this, we just remove the back piece and keep crocheting out for the sleeve. And we just do according to the pattern. Need 1, 2. We need to do 68 for my size. that means to the end of to here, and then 12 slip stitches. Now this is 74 row. This is the wrong side. I will do the brioche stitch to the last stitch, and for this row we do not need to pick up the stitches of the back piece. We just finish the last stitch, and then we fold the fabric and let the right side face to face. Then pick up one stitch from back, the front loop, and pick up the back loop of the first stitch. Two together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. After 4 stitches, just take off this the back piece and keep going. Keep crocheting on the sleeve. This is the 75, row 75. Now I do the 76th row. So I just do the brioche stitch to the last stitch. Last stitch. Then again, let these two face to face. This time we can check, for the back piece we have 14 stitches left. So we pick up the front loop and the first stitch of the back loop. We just one stitch by one stitch for these 14 stitches. After sewing these 14 stitches together with the back piece and the sleeves, then I put these two, the sleeve two, I need to sew these two together. So first we pick up the stitches from the sleeve. As we know, this sleeve we start with a chain, so we can easily find the stitches here. So we insert the hook to this stitch, not the loops, just the whole stitch here. And this part the back loop. So stitch and the back loop. And then we sew this together. Second stitch, second stitch. So we just do like this. This is the stitch. Sew this together. Just one stitch by one stitch. The stitch and the back loop. Stitch, back loop. And then we do all the part sewing together, and that's and sewing the buttons on the cardigan, and the whole cardigan is finished. Thank you.